Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Alright, we're out here at the Avon Park Earl Modelers Club. It's a windy, stupid, crazy, windy day, but it's out of the west. So this is going to be kind of a wind torture, test for the E-FLITE Habu XS. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Alright, let's take it up. We'll have a little bit of fun with her. High rates. Timer set for 4 minutes. Filming my hat cam because Mama had to work and my son's off on vacation. He drove up to North Florida to be with a friend of his. So, all right, timer set for 4 minutes.
Yeah, baby, we're starting this party over.
Yeah, baby, we're starting this party over. Okay, don't need takeoff flaps as much as windy as it is. This is the E-FLITE low stress jet. I just wish that their motor that they put in had a flat, that the back of the Inrunner was flat. And I could put an afterburner on it. I mean, I might still put a KN model afterburner in using that leg method I have for outrunners. Treat it like an outrunner. Take it up. Hope I'm not too high for the camera. Boy, that has such a cool howl to it. She's moving.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
A little too windy today to be doing snap rolls. Wind is carrying her.
The gear is down and ready to land.
Do a gear pass here. Yeah, my gear is down. I wish them lights were brighter. E-FLITE, you should have put brighter lights on it. Oh, did you see that? See that wind hit it there and made me drop a wing? Wow. But, there again, simple recovery. That could have been bad. I'm sorry about the wind, folks. I've got electronic filter and everything to help with the wind noise, but I got wind muffs on and everything, but so that gives you an idea of just how bad the wind is. But, you know, look at the grass in the foreground behind the plane. See how it's moving? And look at these flags right here. Give you an idea. All right, I'll take it up and land one more time. It's just a little too windy to get too crazy. That's all I had time for today. Just one little flight.
Retracts tucked away.
See how she handles the wind. Of course, she's doing just fine. That AS3X has got her locked in like she's a much bigger, heavier plane. I mean, she definitely get rocked around, but talk about your
down and ready to land.
Talk about your fun jet, your low stress, fun, everyday flying kind of jet. All right, let me come by and make sure my gear is down. That wind's howling. I don't know which is louder, the wind or the jet, as far as the howl.
1 minute.
Oh, that wind. Gosh, I think it's about the windiest I've ever flown anything in. All right, come on in here, baby. This is like the 4th or 5th time I've ever flown this jet.
Braking.
And I gotta tell you, every time, I've flown it twice off camera, just so you know, ran 2 5000 off camera. Actually, I did that about an hour ago. But this is, I think, the third time on camera, I believe. Probably, I guess, the 5th flight. But I gotta tell you, every landing with this thing's like butter. Every landing is like the best landings I've ever had with an aircraft. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's take a look at this thing for just a minute, then we'll go back to the bench. We'll talk about all my settings and everything. But here, let me go around this way, otherwise I'll cast a shadow on the plane. But just a gorgeous flying jet. It flies as good as it looks. My only gripe, and it's not a serious gripe, my only gripe is the lights are not bright enough. E-FLITE, y'all just got to get some better. You got to do a better job. You do such a fabulous job of designing such a incredible jet that flies perfect, for lack of a better term. It flies perfect, you know. But then you like lost the inspiration on the lights. They're just so dim. They're perfectly set and they're the right area and everything where I think those jets should be. They're just so dim. All right, let's take it back to the bench and we'll talk about it. All right, we had 31 seconds left on a 4-minute timer, and that's how much we had left on the battery. I keep the 5000 HRB, which is not a smart battery, all the way forward. We'll do that. Okay, you can see where my placement's all the way forward, and that gives me perfect CG. There's the receiver. So it's bind and fly. That's where I put the 5000 HRB with a 60C discharge. Okay, man, it is like stupid. Okay, here's my rates. Flew in my high rates. Okay, ailerons are 100% with 20% expo. Elevator 100% 20% expo. Rudder 100% with 50% expo. Okay, the flap systems, which I really didn't use it all that much today. Flaps up, 100%, no mix. Takeoff flap, 65% with a 3% down elevator. Landing, 0% with a 6% down elevator, and that's with a 2-second deployment. All right, forward programming. Oh,
motor chilled out and silent.
I didn't have the motor off.
Safe to pick up.
Bad boy. Okay, gains are at one-time gains. Gains are 28, 42, and 60 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Priority 100, 100, 120 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Didn't do anything with heading. Stop, lock, all at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Did nothing with release rate, and gains are at one-time gains. All right. Now, to take you back behind the plane so you can graphically see what those throws look like, okay? Okay. Ailerons, 100%, 20% expo. Elevator, 100%, 20% expo. Rudder, 100%, 50% expo. Flap set systems, this is what they look like. Flaps up or 100% with no mix. Takeoff flap, 65% with a 3% down elevator mix. Landing, 0% with a 6% down elevator mix. That's with a 2-second deployment. Alrighty, folks. Well, there you go. That is the E-FLITE Habu XS, and just, for lack of a better term, the perfect jet, the perfect sport jet. It's, as far as sports jets go, I don't think, I mean, it could go a little faster, it could have a little more power, and there's all kinds of arguments you could have. But all in all, for what you get and the way it's designed and the way it's flying and the way it flies, and it just checks so many boxes. It's just such a great flying jet. The only thing is those lights are, I mean, I can't even, if it's bright, you can't even tell that light's even on. You can't hit right down the shadows, but out in the field you can't see it. Now, if it gets really, really dim, low light, you might be able to see them. But that's my only bright, and that's, and I don't mean I keep going on about it, but that's the only gripe I've got. That, the nose cone. I mean, come on, the nose cone. This whole thing made of foam. That was clearly designed to sell a bunch of nose cones. So that should have been made of hard plastic. Sorry, it's good that it's fat. It's good that it's that it's removable and everything, but it should have been hard plastic. Sorry, but it should have been. All right, but that, and like I say, none of these things, these are just minor irritations. They're definitely not deal breakers. This plane, 500 and what was it, 539? It's worth every penny. I'm sorry, it's what I paid for it, and it's worth it. It is worth it. I'm so blown away with the quality, how the plane flies. There's just so much about this plane that just, this jet, I'm just so very, very happy. I have yet to have anything outside of a great landing. Every landing's been perfect, been buttery. Every flyby has been perfect. The handles the wind. It sounds great. But yeah, I'm a very happy camper, very happy customer with this jet. All right, Habu XS, great. E-FLITE, you did good. All right, viewers, enough of me going on about this jet. Like I say, I'm not an affiliate with E-FLITE. I'd like to go back to being an affiliate again, but I'm not right now, so I don't get anything for selling this jet to you. And it's a good jet. I'm very pleased with mine, so hopefully you'll get one and enjoy yours too. God bless y'all. God is good, and we'll catch you next time. I'm going to put some glamour roll shots at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. They're coming up now.